It's estimated that roughly 80% of New Year's resolutions fail within 1 month, and that by the end of the calendar year, only 8% of New Year's resolutions will have been kept, which means that if you haven't yet broken whatever promise you made to yourself at the beginning of this new year, you probably will. This week we're going to be talking about promises that we make, promises that we keep, and promises that we believe as we go through life. And today I'd like to start by sharing an illustration about all the promises made about Jesus in the Old Testament. In the Old Testament, there were over 300 promises made about the Messiah who was to come. Promises about where he would live and what he would do and what kind of person he would be like. And keeping all of those promises would be very difficult for anyone. I want you to imagine a pile of quarters about 2 feet deep covering the entire state of Texas. And imagine that you take one of those quarters in that pile, you take it out and you put an X on it, and then you toss the quarter back into the pile right in the middle, and then you mess the whole thing up and you stir the whole thing up so you have no idea where it is. The odds that one person could keep every one of those 300 promises in the Old Testament are roughly the same as you putting your hand into that pile, pulling out one quarter, and that one quarter being the one that has the X on it, and doing that on the first try. But that's what Jesus did in keeping all those 300 promises. And God didn't have to make all those promises. He could have made just one and sent Jesus, and that would have been enough. But the reason God wanted to make all of those promises is because he wanted to put his reputation on the line. And the reason he wanted to put his reputation on the line is because he wanted you to know that you have a God who is reliable as you go through life. That's what it means in the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 1, when it says this: "For no matter how many promises God has made, they are yes in Christ." In other words, if God makes a promise, no matter how unbelievable it may seem at the time, you can count on it.